So Saturday morning and I'm back up here rotivating. The field, we're getting there now, it's looking quite good. We're just under a bit of pressure because we actually have a wedding today and then we have a truck run tomorrow. So, and Martin's coming to set the seed on Monday and we still have that drain to do as well. So we do have quite a bit to have ready there now. So I'm going to do an hour or two here now and then I'm going to have to go get ready, and Shane will probably be able to give an extra hour and then he'll come up. And Ian is going to come up and give us a hand as well. So we're actually flying now. This is making a good job of it. The disc is just leaving it very lumpy. So we borrowed the rotavator and yeah, it's just doing a much better job on it. The plan is to lime it this morning. The lime fella's coming this morning, and then seed going in Monday. I think we're going rolling it. He told us to roll it if we can before he sets the seed, and then set the seed Monday and roll it again and go out with 3 bags of 10, 10, 20 I think. So yeah, we'll get there. We'll be glad to see the back of it, but it's looking good. It's fully done now. Bar, we put a drain in there, so I just need to do a couple of runs. I got Shane to do the steep hill because I do not like hills. And yeah, she's looking really good. There's a little bit of trash on it, but once you get the lime on it, and then he'll be giving it another run when he's seeding it, so I think it'll be fine. We just have to go out now and do the same to that field. Yay! Back up to the field again. I'm power harrowing. Shane is just taking away the excess soil from where we dug out the drain. We got the lime spread yesterday, and yeah, we're getting there, slowly but surely. We still have actually 2 trucks to put in this field as well, so plenty to do.
There's Jerry.
Still power harrowing. I finished this field and just waiting on Shane to clean up where the drain went in, and then that's the last strip to do. So I think it's like 8 o'clock. It's like 8:15 there now, so we're fairly tired now after being out last night. So I think tomorrow then we just need to get what do we need to do? We need to put in the 2 trucks and we need to pick a few big stones, and we're planning on rolling it. Jeez, that's right. We're planning on rolling it before we seeded it, but I don't know if we're actually going to have time, to be honest. Like, we've just so much to do. So I don't know. We'll see how we go, basically. So today is the day we finally plant the grass seed. We've 2 different types of grass seed. They're both grazing mixes. Just because this is a new farm, I suppose. We don't know the soil type, we don't know a lot of things, so I said we may as well trial 2 different varieties, or 2 different sets of varieties, I suppose, and see how they perform. Both fields have very similar soil type, and they're beside each other. There's just over 5 acres and just under 6 acres in the 2. I done a good bit of research into the varieties before I picked these 2. They're actually quite similar in terms of overall performance. I don't know if people are aware, but there is, like, say, this is what this grass seed is made up of. Nashuta, Aber Plentiful, Aberban, Ballyvoy, and then white clover. But there's a PPI list, which is basically like an EBI list for grass seeds, and it tells you what it's strong in and what it's weak in. So like, one will be strong in silage quality, autumn growth, spring growth, etc. So you just need to match them all together to suit where you're putting it. The Dairygold one now is actually fully covered up, but I think it's Abergain, Aberban, Aberplentiful, I think. So this is the PPI list basically. If you just Google 2025 PPI list, pasture profit index, you'll find this. So all the variety names are along here. Every grass seed or bag of grass seed that you buy will be made up of 3 or 4 different grass varieties. And all of them, as I said, have strengths and weaknesses. So you kind of need to pick them based on, I suppose, what you want out of the grass. So like, where are we here now? Abergain is in the Dairygold mix. I've used Abergain before. It's a really nice mix. T stands for tetraploid. So a tetraploid grass seed is going to grow upright. So T for tetraploid, T for tall. It'll have a more upright growth habit and it'll be easier to get nice graze outs. Whereas diploid has a denser growth habit. So D for diploid, D for dense. And it'll grow closer to the ground, but it won't have as good graze outs as the tetraploid. So usually there's like a 60-40 mix in a grass seed. But some of the real intensive dairy farmers now are going for higher tetraploid because the cows are in and out quick. Doesn't really matter if it's more open sward to them because the cows don't have time to do any damage in the field and they get really nice graze outs. But look, it depends. If you've very heavy soil, some people go for heavy diploids. The only thing is, I'm not a major fan of heavy diploids because it is really hard to get a nice graze out. You're left with an awful kind of dirty, just a not a tight grazing after them. But anyway, so where's Abergain tetraploid? Your heading date then, really important for if you're putting in a silage mix. You want the heading dates as close as possible to each other so that you're obviously going to get a cohesive growth pattern with them all. And then all the other qualities that you have there is spring growth, summer growth, autumn growth. So depending on the type of farm you have, you want to get a nice mix of these so that you have an even growth pattern throughout the year. Your quality, your silage again is going to be really important for if it's for silage ground. Persistency, most of these are at 0. It's the ones at the minuses you want to watch. So they're basically how long they'll last in the sward. Grazing utilisation, I think this is probably one of the most important ones if it's a grazing mix, so you want them up there high. And again, it's a balancing act. Like if you have 2 or 3 good ones and 1 bad one, do you know what I mean? They're not all going to be 5-star in every front. Do you know what I mean? You want a nice mix of them all. But yeah, that's basically the PPI index. So I just went through them all, looked across the board at the different varieties in the 2 grass seed mixes that I picked and just make sure that they were fairly balanced and I suppose had a bit of everything. But a big one I was looking at was the grazing utilisation and the quality were 2 things that I kind of focused on for what I was doing. Have the pipe sunk and Shane is going, it's very loud, 1 sec. Shane is going, digging out a base for the 2 trucks. So putting 2 trucks in that field. It's just under 6 acres, so at least I'll be able to divide it kind of a good few times both ways if needs be. And then, what the fuck is that now? Oh no, the tractor has a flat tire. Are you fucking kidding me? Field is ready, 2 trucks are in, pipe dropped, they're going ring rolling it now, We need to pick a few big stones and then it's ready to go. There's some difference in this field compared to when we started. We're getting there now, slowly but surely. We're a bit fed up with the Reseeding now, to be honest. We're at it all weekend. I suppose reseeding a field is fine. It doesn't take a huge amount of effort, but when you have to put in like drains, tile drains, water trucks, put the pipes down for the water trucks, we've done a good bit of leveling of the field, the lane, like we literally done everything. There was trees down that had to be moved, so like there was an awful lot of work in the bigger field to get it right, whereas the field that the inside field, say, like there was nothing to be done there really, only go in, land level it and till it, and off we went. So yeah, we're just a bit fed up with it now, I think, ready for it to be seeded and done. On to the next field. Go on, rolling the first one. Rolling it with that first. So it is, I think it's 9:30 or 10 o'clock now, Monday evening, bank holiday. We are finished the reseeding, thank God. It's been a long weekend. We still need to roll the second field, but I'm off tomorrow. I'm off work tomorrow, so I should get that done. Everything else is finished. I think it was 11 acres between the two fields, nearly exactly. So great to get those done. Just up with the calves now. I think with all the dry weather, I was actually looking at the forecast. I'm absolutely covered in a layer of dust. Just looking up the forecast, and they're giving the next 2 weeks dry, which is a bit worrying for the reseed. The seed will be fine once it doesn't poke its head up above ground, and then it's dry. So if it just stays underneath the ground, doesn't germinate, the seed is actually safe. So hopefully it will just stay there now, because the ground is actually really, really dry. But with that, I'm thinking of getting the first calves that were weaned maybe out towards the end of this week. Just need to get organised with paddocks and all that kind of stuff. Like they're thriving. I put in this morning, I moved them onto the big nut now. They're fully on the big nut. They're not on that little pencil anymore. And I filled the 3 creep feeders and the truck this morning, and every one of them was empty this evening. So like, I need to start cutting them back a bit on the feed, because they're absolutely bombing through the nuts. But yeah, I'll do something with those later on in the week and see. Plan is to go home and wash the acre of dust and dirt off myself now and go to bed. I don't think I've ever had cattle thriving as well so early on. They're just shining. They're so happy, so content. Oh, you. This fucking nuisance. Yeah, it's a nice bullock there now. Yeah, they're just great form. Grass is getting stemmy now. And I'd be nervous about taking that out for silage, because there's no rain for the next 2 weeks, so it'll get tight now if things get dry. But yeah, I don't know, especially when a lot of these fields are older. Stop it now, stop. Wait. Especially when a lot of the grasses here are older. So like in a new grass, you'll have all the heading dates will be very similar, so it'll all head out around the same time. But oh my god, nuisance. Like the Timothy, there's a lot of Timothy, that's headed out really early, and then you have the fescues, and they all just, like, that grass is in hectic quality now. And I'm going to have to top it after they come out of it, I know well. But yeah, that's the only issue with the old grass. They get kind of stemmy at different times, and it just goes a bit raggedy, especially this time of year now, because we're into May, so the heading date is yeah, and the docks, there's a few docks as well. I know there, we'll just keep topping it. Like all that's headed out now. But yeah, cattle are thriving. Look at the ditch. We didn't fence this ditch because we fenced the far side, and I do like cattle having access to a ditch, but holy crap, it just completely rooted. That's it now. Finito. Well, we still need to put out the fertiliser, but I'm not really in a panic now with the dry weather we're due. It'll just sit in the ground, so we might wait a while and see will it change, the forecast change, and we might get a bit of rain. I need to actually come in here with the gator now one of the days and just pick a few stones that are left. But yeah, it's ideal. It kind of goes off in a circle there. Yeah, now it just needs to grow. I'll do a proper overview of costs, etc. once I get them all in, but this is just a before video of the field. So no drainage, waterlogged, a lot of hollows holding water, rushes, just uneven ground. The lane needs to be redone, again holding water in places, rushes. So yeah, a before of the field and an after in the same spot, so looking good. So I just took grass samples from the silage fields on the way back from work. There is some of them are old grasses and some of them are reseeded, so I just took a separate sample for both. You basically just go around and cut with the scissors down to where the mower would cut a handful at a few different spots, and I'll send it off to the lab in today's post. Once they have it by 10 a.m. in the morning, we'll have a result tomorrow, so it'll give me a nitrogen result and a sugar result. So that'll just tell me whether we can cut. Don't think we'll be cutting this weekend. I think they're giving rain Sunday, Monday, but maybe that'll change. And we actually cut our own silage. So Shane has a self-propelled. I'll leave that as a surprise to see what that is. And then we draw it home with the lorries, and the lads have the loaders then for rolling the pit and stuff. So yeah, there's a bit of work involved in getting organised and ready. It's a bit of crack, but plenty of hardship as well. So yeah, I'll see what they come back with. I think the nitrogen should be fine, but there was a few weeks there where we didn't get a whole pile of growth, so it's no harm just to check it, and also check the sugars just to see how high it is. But yeah, we'll see how we go on. I'll keep you updated. I'm just rolling. We done this little corner here. It was a big slope into the drain. There's a drain in there and a river, so we just filled this back in December and just took the slope and the hole out of it just so the field is flat. But yeah, I'm just rolling this now. It's just he just put a bit of seed into it there to tidy it up so it doesn't get covered in weeds. And yeah, just finishing it off there now, and we're finished then. Pans are being put up. I think there's concrete coming later today, maybe 2 loads. So yeah, it's great. Concrete is in. I'm assuming now that has to be left a few days, and then move on and go again. I think 2 loads went into that. I must keep track now of everything.